So here's the challenge. I need to build a feeder, but I'm only allowed to build it out of things that are in my shed. We've got a bit of a situation. These guys, they need a hay feeder, desperately. What happens now, we just put the hay in over here. The problem with that is we put the hay down on the rock. They go and eat so much and the rest of it falls down and becomes bedding. So I need something to keep the hay off the floor, but the rabbits need to be able to pull it out. But when they pull out so much hay, you don't want it all to come out. So we gotta see what we can come up with here. Break up the measuring tape, do some measurements. All right, try to figure something out because that is what needs to be done today. So here's the problem. Everything is still buried under the snow. I'm sure we've got metal around somewhere, some wire or some grate that I can make this feeder out of. So my challenge is to make it out of whatever I can find in the shed. Meet the shed. I've got some scrap wood down there. Maybe I can find something in there. Okay, I think I've got a hoarding problem with wood. Little scraps of wood. But here's my idea. Once again, I'm not saying it's a good idea, but it's an idea. I take this, use it as the top, and then modify it to come down like this. The hay will come through the bottom. I'm going to show you. If I take these out, most of them are falling out anyway. So part of the challenge is I'm building this with a budget of $0. Because you know, you don't always have money to spend on buying fancy wire or feeders already made up. I mean, I've got these. So the other thing I got is these up here. Right up here. It's a bundle of little strips that I sawed out for a project that I never ended up using. They might be all right for it. Let's pull out the shortest ones. Never got that on camera, did I? If I just cut them like that, just pin it here and here, I got to figure out how far apart it goes. It should work. Maybe they'll work. How long are they? 1.25 inches. We'll put those on. We'll put one on and see how it goes. So that's pretty good. If you just throw the hay down in it, shouldn't be too bad. But how far wide, how far apart do you need them? Like that probably. Maybe a little more. You don't want the rabbits to get in there. I'll just do a quick search and figure out.
For a rabbit feeder, you generally want the slats close enough that they can pull out hay, but not big enough for them to climb inside or get their head stuck. Around 1 to 1.5 inches apart is usually a safe bet.
All right. I would have thought at least 2, but apparently 1.5. Use this as a spacer. That'll be my distance, but first I want to cut some more of these. Let's put them on. Is that good enough? Here's my problem. I had 2 on this end. But I'll tell you what, I'll make a commitment. If the rabbits complain about it, I will fix it. I'll take all these off, center it, and then work my way out. If they complain. And it has to be in writing. The kids used to call this the ketchup gun. Do you know why? No, not because it makes ketchup come out of your skin. Listen. Ketchup. 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 Did you hear it? Ketchup gun. The old ketchup gun. Hey, this is starting to look like something. Oh, baby. There's our lovely little feeder. Man, that looks okay. I'm going to put the back on it. So there we have it. There's my rabbit feeder. Made all out of scrap wood. Here we have it. The hay feeder and a fresh delivery of hay. We'll see if it breaks the first time you push it in. How long before the first rabbit comes over there? Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Well, at least it'll keep it off the ground. Hey! We had someone use it for the first time. We've got a feeding frenzy. So you can make a rabbit feeder for $0. You might have reasons why you can't do what you feel you want to do. But the truth is, we can always do something. It may not be what you've had in your mind as the perfect picture, but maybe it's better. Maybe it's something that's more special. Just use what you have. Homesteading, life, no matter where you find yourself. You can do a little something to get you closer to where you want to be. We'll see you on the next one.